Today is Thursday, 2nd April 2026. In the headlines, Nigeria moves key bilateral agreements with Turkey. Abia state lawmakers act to tackle violence and noise in communities. On the foreign scene, Putin, Saudi Crown Prince push for diplomatic solution to Middle East war. I am Faith Kevin with the news. Details shortly. Thanks for staying with us. Welcome back. Now the news in full. Nigeria says it is ready to fully implement its bilateral agreements with Turkey following recent high-level engagements between both countries. The Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Bianca Odumegu Ojukwu, made this known during a meeting with the Turkish ambassador to Nigeria, Mehmet Boroy, in Abuja. She said the move follows President Bola Tinubu's official visit to Ankara, where several agreements were signed across education, trade, defense, and social services. Officials say the implementation aims to boost economic cooperation, strengthen security collaboration, and help Nigeria achieve a $5 billion trade target with Turkey. National Agricultural Land Development Authority says it is strengthening efforts to transform Nigeria's agricultural sector through improved coordination and capacity building. Executive Secretary Cornelius Adebayo made this known at a workshop in Abuja, urging state coordinators to align with the federal government's 2031 strategic vision for food security. He explained that the retreat was designed to improve synergy between headquarters and field operations, ensuring effective implementation of projects nationwide. Adebayo called on participants to embrace their roles and work collectively to drive agricultural transformation and achieve national security. Office of the Special Assistant to the President on Art, Culture, and Creative Economy has conferred a Distinguished Leadership Award on Tito Bilolua Orelorun, founder and executive director of Just Use Tech, a circular system enterprise operating across the United States and West Africa, for his contributions to environmental sustainability and innovation. Orelorun was recognized for pioneering the Just Use Tech initiative, a circular economy model focused on electronic waste recovery, refurbishment, and expanding digital access in underserved communities. The presidency noted that his work aligns with national priorities on sustainable development and the digital economy, positioning it as a scalable model for addressing electronic waste and resource efficiency. African Democratic Congress has called for the removal of the INEC chairman, alleging a plot to impose a one-party state ahead of the 2027 elections. National Chairman David Mark made the demand in Abuja, accusing the Independent National Electoral Commission of bias and undermining opposition parties. He alleged that recent actions by the commission, including the delisting of party officials like Rauf Aregbesola, were aimed at weakening the party's structure. Mark further warned that such developments threaten Nigeria's democracy, insisting that the party will continue its activities despite the ongoing leadership dispute and legal battles. Governor Dapo Abiodun has ordered an investigation into a gas leak that exposed dozens of students and teachers in Ijebu to a hazardous substance. The incident affected about 30 students and two teachers of Our Lady of Apostles schools, prompting the state government to activate emergency response measures. Commissioner for Environment Ola Orisonya said a situation room has been set up at the General Hospital to coordinate response efforts and provide free treatment to victims. Authorities say the affected persons are in stable condition, while safety agencies have been deployed to trace the source of the gas and prevent future occurrences. Nigeria Police Force has intensified efforts to track down those responsible for the deadly attack in Anwan Rukuba, Inspector General of Police Tunji Disu made the pledge during a visit to Jos, assuring that perpetrators will be brought to justice. He said senior officers, including Deputy Inspector General Umar Nadada, have been deployed to coordinate security operations in the state. Governor Caleb Mutfwang urged residents to remain vigilant and avoid misinformation as security agencies continue to pursue leads linked to the attack. Nigerian Army has intensified operations across multiple states, recording successes against terrorists and criminal elements. In Borno State, troops under Operation Hadinkai neutralized suspected terrorists in Bama local government area following coordinated surveillance and ambush tactics. Operations in Zamfara State and Katsina State also led to the recovery of weapons and livestock as well as the disruption of terrorist activities in affected communities. Meanwhile, in Kwara State, security forces for the kidnap attempt rescued a victim and arrested suspects, underscoring ongoing collaboration between the military, police, and local communities. In Anambra State, Special Anti-Touting Squad has destroyed illicit drugs worth about 80 million naira during coordinated raids across several communities. The operations carried out in Onisha and other locations targeted drug dens as part of efforts to curb substance abuse and criminal activities. Managing Director Monday Nwokoye said the move is aimed at dismantling drug networks and warned that offenders will face strict legal consequences. He commended Governor Chukuma Soludo for supporting security operations, urging residents to report suspicious activities to help maintain public safety. Abia State House of Assembly has initiated legislative measures to tackle rising violence and noise pollution across communities in the state. Lawmakers considered motions addressing security concerns in Ohafia and the regulation of loud outdoor speakers in residential areas to improve public safety and living conditions. Speaker Emmanuel Ihoma Emiruwa said enforcement will be handled by local government authorities in collaboration with relevant agencies. The Assembly says the move reflects its commitment to restoring peace and ensuring a healthier environment for residents across Abia State. Abia State has strengthened its security architecture with the deployment of Air Commodore S.P. Sekego as the first Nigerian Air Force Security Police Commander in the state. Governor Alex Oti said the move aligns with efforts to improve coordination among security agencies and maintain peace across the state. He also approved 100 hectares of land for the Nigerian Air Force to establish an operational and training base at the Abia Airport project site. Officials say the development will strengthen interagency collaboration and enhance security operations to protect lives and property in Abia State. You are listening to Rapid 96.5 FM News at 6. Up next, a foreign business and sports stories. Stay tuned.
Every day, every story. If it matters to you, depend on our news team to bring you the latest.
Welcome back. Now the rest of the news. On the foreign scene, Russian President Vladimir Putin and Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman have called for intensified diplomatic efforts to end the ongoing Middle East conflict. During a phone call, both leaders emphasized the need for a rapid ceasefire and long term political solution to the crisis, according to the Kremlin. They also discussed global energy concerns, highlighting the importance of cooperation within the OPEC to stabilize oil markets amid disruptions caused by the conflicts. The call comes as regional tensions continue to affect global energy security and drive concerns over escalating military and economic impacts. On business, Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has announced plans to increase crude oil supply to the Dangote refinery to boost domestic fuel production. Officials say the company will deliver 7 crude cargoes in May, up from 5 previously, as part of efforts to reduce reliance on imported fuel and stabilize the energy market. The move comes amid ongoing discussions over supply gaps and is expected to improve refinery operations and fuel output, even though it may not fully meet the refinery's monthly needs. On health, United Nations Children's Fund has raised concerns over the growing humanitarian crisis affecting children across the Middle East. The agency says ongoing conflicts have led to the deaths of hundreds of children and injuries to thousands more in countries including Iran, Lebanon, and Israel. UNICEF's executive director, Catherine Russell, warned that attacks on civilian infrastructure are worsening the situation and called for urgent action to protect children. The agency also says more than 1.2 million children have been displaced, with ongoing violence in the state of Palestine further deepening the crisis. In the world of entertainment, Afrobeat singer Omale has sparked reactions after declaring himself the best Nigerian artist in the last 2 decades. Speaking on a podcast, the Soso crooner said his strength lies in the art of music making, adding that only Burna Boy comes close to his level of talent. He noted that while he may not be strong in visual presentation, his focus remains on artistic excellence and musical quality. And on sports, Paul Onuachu has emerged as one of Europe's top goal scorers this season following his impressive form from Trabzonspor. The 31-year-old striker has been delivering consistent goals in the Turkish Super League, helping his team remain competitive in domestic competitions. His performance has strengthened Trabzonspor's attack while boosting his reputation as one of the continent's most clinical finishers. With more matches remaining, fans are watching closely to see if Onuachu can continue his scoring run and challenge for top honors in Europe's goal-scoring charts. And that's the news at 6 on Rapid 96.5 FM. Before we go, a recap of the top stories. Nigeria moves to implement key bilateral agreements with Turkey. Abia state lawmakers act to tackle violence and noise in communities. And on the foreign scene, Putin, Saudi Crown Prince push for diplomatic solution to Middle East war. For news coverage and eyewitness reports, kindly send a message to our hotline on WhatsApp 0704 9220 965 or send an email to news@rbnradiotv.com. The news was packaged by Progress Nwigwe, edited and read by Faith Kevin. Good evening.
Every day, every story. If it matters to you, depend on our news team to bring you the latest.